Shoring up support among the Democratic Party's core voter base will be a major focus of the Harris campaign in this election. And that is especially true when it comes to African American voters, who have typically been extremely loyal Democratic voters for the last 80 years. For example, in the 2020 presidential election, an estimated 87% of black voters cast their ballots for Democratic candidate Joe Biden. But over the last few years, there has been concern that the Democratic Party is losing support among this vital constituency. Earlier in 2024, a poll by Gallup found that just about 66% of black voters say they will support the Democrats. While that sounds like a strong performance, it is a 20% drop from the 2020 presidential election. Other poll numbers were similarly worrying. For example, another 2024 poll found that Biden's advantage over Trump among non-white Americans shrank from a 50-point margin to just around 12 points. The reasons for this are complex. The Democratic Party's support for social welfare programs and civil rights for minority communities ensured their dominance over the Republicans for decades. But now, experts say that politics has changed. A lot of the Democratic Party's support actually comes from older minority voters. These groups experienced major events like the civil rights movement and received the benefits of the Democratic Party's creation of the modern welfare state. Younger voters just haven't lived through those times and therefore have less emotional attachment to the Democratic Party. Democratic positions on abortion rights, environmental policy, and other social issues are also pushing minority voters away. Now, Democrats are also hoping that Kamala Harris can turn this picture around. As an African American herself, Harris could galvanize support among these voters. Two events to rally support among black women and black men were highly successful, and a Reuters Ipsos poll found that 70% of black voters would vote for Harris over Trump. That was up substantially from the 59% support Biden was getting just a few months ago. So it does seem like there is some genuine enthusiasm for Harris. But Kamala Harris also has things in her record that may not appeal to minority voters as much. Her record as a prosecutor in California kick-started her political career, and she pitched herself as smart but tough on crime. But given the African American community's difficult relationship with law enforcement agencies, given historical concerns about racism, her record may not necessarily appeal to black voters. This problem with minority voters extends even to the Hispanic community, which has been leaning more away from the Democratic Party over the last couple of years. Wooing its core voter base will be absolutely key if Harris wants to beat Trump in November.